What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Louis, and on today's video we're going to talk about how we are going to fix our release, and that's going to help increase consistency, increase scores, and overall just become a better bowler. But before we get into that, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Like 60% of you guys are not subscribed, and I would appreciate it if you guys just took a second, hit that subscribe button, really help me out. Down below in the description, there's going to be links where you can order anything bowling related, bowling balls, shoes, bags, everything. There's also going to be a link for DH Lab, which is the ball spinners. I don't have one on the table because this video is not about the bowling balls. It's more about how to get better at bowling. So I don't have a ball cup on it. But if you'd like to buy one, use that link in the description. All right, so how we're going to fix our release in bowling is practicing and not just going out to the bowling alley and bowling a bunch of games trying to magically make things better. We're actually going to practice. We're going to do drills to help get that release more consistent and become more repeatable. So for me, and I can only go based on my perception of bowling, but my perspective is that my release, I have way too much axis rotation. Not a lot of tilt, which is a good thing, but I do have a lot of axis rotation. So today, that's what we're gonna work on. Reducing that axis rotation. I'm something like 80 degrees, which is basically completely off the side. And I'm trying to reduce that to a number that's more manageable, give me a more stable ball roll. Something like in the 20 to 30 range would be ideal. Now, we're not gonna go over how to measure all that and everything. This is just gonna be about the drill. In a nutshell, it's a chicken wing. I have a chicken wing at release. If my elbow's out, it's gonna cause a whole lot of axis rotation. So we're gonna do drills that are gonna allow my elbow to stay in and ultimately become, like I said earlier, more repeatable. So we're gonna do foul line drills and one-step drills. And I'm gonna show you guys here on the lanes exactly what those drills look like. I have not warmed up at all, have not thrown a single shot. And I think that when you guys are gonna work on things like this, it's important to do it without throwing any shots. Now I will stretch and I will warm up without throwing a ball down the lane. And I think that's important so that you don't start already with those bad habits. I haven't thrown a shot in a couple days, you know, so from the very first shot I throw, work on keeping that elbow in throughout. So we'll see you here on the lanes. Actually, before we get on the lanes, let me know down below in the comments, what kind of how-to videos would you like me to make? How to anything, really. I really want to start making these kind of videos and would really like and appreciate your guys' feedback on what topics you'd like for me to cover. All right, so the first drill we're gonna do, you guys have seen me do this drill plenty in a bunch of other videos. All you need is a bowling ball and a couple chamois for your knees. We're gonna get down here on our knee and we're gonna really focus on keeping that elbow in the entire time, keeping in mind that the ball never comes off the ground at all. And all we're focusing on is keeping that elbow nice and tucked, no chicken winging at all. If you guys have watched my channel any length of time, you know how much I love this drill. So basically, I want my elbow to be in like this when I get all the way back to 5 steps. But we're gonna start here at the very, very basic and really just keep it in. And we really want to focus on keeping that elbow in the entire time. And that's actually a perfect one. It went nice and straight, so you can tell that everything was in. We're not incorporating anything, no release, no nothing. Just keeping that elbow nice and in. I'm gonna do this on camera like 3 or 4 times, but if you are practicing, I always recommend to do this like maybe for a full game. And I know it's tedious, I know it's annoying, I know it's boring, but at the end of it, you're gonna become a much better bowler. And that's the journey that I'm on. And if you guys wanna join me on that journey, you can go to howtobowl.com and use promo code LOUIS, L-U-I-S. That'll get you 30% off the annual membership. And I wanna get better at bowling, and if you do too, help me, come with me on this. So another thing that this drill is gonna help you with is raising your track. If you track really low, this drill will also help keep your hand in the right spot so that you can bring that track a little bit higher. Like I said, my track is already really high because I have not a lot of tilt, but I do have a lot of axis rotation. And just for the sake of showing you guys, I come out of the ball like this. That's a lot of axis rotation. I really want it to be like this. Everything nice and straight, everything going towards the pin. So let's do this again here. Again, that's a really, really good one. You can see the ball rolling nice and straight. You're only gonna do that if you're behind the ball and everything's in line. So we're just gonna do this a few more times. And I say to do it for a game, but really all you're really wanting to do is keep doing it until it becomes memory, muscle memory, so you feel confident that you can keep doing that really, really good. And I was gonna show you guys what a bad one of these looks like, but I don't wanna do that. Because even though we're shooting this video, I am practicing and I don't wanna get into any bad habits. But you see everything nice and straight, everything going towards the pins. Again, that's a really, really good one. And if you guys are wondering, yes, this is my 856 Exponent. Again, the ball you're using for this drill really doesn't matter. If I would have brought my spare ball, I would have just done it with my spare ball. But I did not bring mine. All right, so again, this is gonna be the last one I do on camera, just, you know, to not make this video too long. Really good one. I kind of missed right, but you can see that it's rolling nice and straight. Oh, it might spare, no. If that would have hooked a little bit, it would have spared it. And then guys, the biggest thing that I can stress on you guys is don't move until the next one until you're comfortable in the previous one. So I showed you guys 4 of these on the knee drills, and we're gonna do it again from on the knees, except this time we're gonna elevate the ball. This is arguably the most important one here, because this is the start of actually swinging the ball. So we're gonna do everything exactly the same, except we're gonna stand up nice and tall, and we're gonna keep everything in line just like this. Everything straight. And so you can already see the speed is up and it's gonna hook a little bit once you start to incorporate that swing. But ultimately the goal is to keep everything going nice and straight. None of this. And hopefully, I'm gonna go back and look at the shot. Hopefully that's exactly what it was. All right, so that was another really, really good one. And the goal, like I said, is ultimately to be able to do that kind of release from a full approach, full speed, full everything. And not just one shot, but every single shot. Being able to repeat. So again, get my hand on the floor in the right position, then come up, get a couple swings here, and just like that. Again, the direction doesn't really much matter. Obviously, I shoved that one right, and it's because I'm trying to keep everything nice and in. All right, so we're gonna do this just a few more times. That was a really good one, that last one, even though I shoved it right. But I'm not really focusing on that, just like I said. Hand in the right spot, elevate, get a swing going. Oh, bumped my leg on that one. That's gonna hook a little bit. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So again, don't move on from this drill until you get comfortable being able to repeat this. Now, where I normally do the no step drill, right? I'm actually gonna do a 1-step drill because I wanna be able to get that swing nice and in from, I wanna keep that arm nice and in on the full swing. So basically, I still have my shoe cover on, but basically you're gonna get up here and do like a slide, so like for me, like I start my slide around here. We're gonna get into a swing and everything's gonna be nice and in, and we're gonna go right into our slide. So let's take our shoe cover off and start doing some 1-step drills. All right, so shoe cover is off. Like I said, we're gonna do a 1-step drill, and the focus, it doesn't matter if you strike or not, it doesn't matter really where the ball even goes for right now. All we are working on is making sure that that arm and that elbow is nice and in, and everything is going towards the pins. Everything goes in the direction of the pins. If your elbow is facing a different direction, it's hard to repeat. One of the things that I teach when I do lessons, and if you guys want lessons in Vegas, hit me up. Instagram, Facebook, anywhere, hit me up, starting to do lessons. One of the things I teach is the least amount of moving parts, the better. The least amount of moving parts means the easier it is to repeat. And that's what we're working on. So we're gonna 1-step it here. And all we're focusing on is making sure that that elbow is nice and in and everything is straight here. I fell off, still a work in progress. We're gonna see what that one looked like. And if it's good, I'll tell you guys that it was good. And if it was bad, I'll tell you guys why it was bad and what we're gonna work on. All right, so that shot was really, really good compared to my normal release. It's not where I want it to be for the drill or where I want it to be ultimately, but for the first time doing the one-step drill, it was much, much better. I'll try to show a screenshot here of where my elbow was on that shot and where it normally is and where my hand is at release. So I can already see that there's progress. So really want to focus again on keeping everything nice and everything, your hand, your elbow, your forearm, everything goes towards the pins. So let's try this again. Let's try this again here. I might be a little bit far. My slide isn't as long as I thought it was, but that one felt better than the last one. Let's go check and we'll review it here together. So that one was actually better than the last one. Again, still not where I want it to be, but this isn't something like trying to change your release in bowling. It's not something that we're gonna change in one 20-minute session. This is something that we're gonna have to work on over time to get better. But we are seeing progress. And then again, the goal is to be able to do this kind of release at full speed so that I can come out of it more like this and not like this. All right, let's try this again here. Keeping everything nice and in. That one was good. My balance was pretty solid at the line. That one felt really, really good. It felt like I wasn't rushing it like I was the first two. All right, it's getting there. Not quite there yet, but it is getting there. Let's do a couple more here. That one felt pretty good. Let's go back and check that one. Really, really, really good. Getting much, much better. And again, we will not move on to the next drill until we feel really, really comfortable in this one. This is the one that I struggle with. As soon as I start adding a slide and a swing, everything starts to feel a little wonky for me. But this is a work in progress, and we are going to commit to it. That one, I think, was the best one. That's a pretty disgusting 9-pin for one-step drills. But that one felt like the really, really good one. Let's take a look at it, and if it was, we'll go on to the next one. So that one felt really good. You can see here, I'll try to do a screenshot here. I'm still not super, super behind it, but it's not quite that 80 degrees around there like it was before. I would say that that's probably closer to 50 or 40. But that's still really, really good compared to where it was. And like, I'm not gonna go from 80 to 20 in one session. It's just not gonna happen. But if I can go from 80 to 70, 70 to 60, 60 to 50, 50 to 40, you know, over the course of a couple months, I think that would end up being worth it. So now we're gonna go to 3-step drills. And I like the 3-step drill because this is also something that you do when you have to get in front of the ball return. So we're gonna go here, line ourselves basically with the ball return, and we're gonna do 3 steps, and the goal is the same, keeping everything nice and in. By the way, that exponent rolls really good. I think that one was good, not 100% sure. It's tough to feel. That's why recording yourself is so important, because what I think, what I feel could be something completely different than what the camera sees. So let's go and look at that one. All right, so I feel pretty confident, pretty comfortable telling you guys that my release was the same on that 3-step drill as it was on that 1-step drill, which is a really, really good thing. Let's try that again. And if we can repeat it again this time, then we'll move on to a full approach here. Let's get everything going towards the pins. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. I kind of felt like my elbow might have been out. Let's go double check. So that one actually felt like, that one actually looked like a good one, but felt kind of wonky. So we're gonna go ahead and do one more just for the sake of ending on a feel good one. And then we'll get into our full approach here. There we go, that one felt really good. That one felt really, really good. And the ball roll is going to tell you it's nice and stable. Didn't want to overhook down lane. It is an exponent, so it is going to be smooth, but it didn't want to do that jerky motion. All right, so now's the moment of truth. Now is the time to put everything that we've been working on into our full approach. If you do 4 steps, do 4. If you do 5 steps, do 5. I take 5. So we're going to do our full approach, incorporating everything that we've been working on, keeping that elbow nice and in, everything going towards the pins, and make one good shot here to end the video. Feels like a good one. Yeah, and that's exactly what I want to be doing every single shot. Whether it's the first shot of warm-up or the last shot of league, the last shot of a tournament, every single shot like that, everything going forward towards the pins. Guys, if you found this video helpful, smash that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments. We'll see you in the next one.